You've just crossed over into the media zone.
That fire. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Meaty Zone. And Dave here, and Dave with you. Very hot on this June 7th day.
Oh, it is hot. I hope it's actually really hot.
It's funny. The last time we taped, you had gloves on.
That's right.
And by the time the last show aired, when you had your gloves on, we were in the midst of this heat wave here.
Right. Well, I can't help it if the producer keeps the studio at, mind-numbing cold temperatures, making my little parts.
Oh, God.
That's why I wear the baggy shirts. You can't see that because they're pointy and hard.
Now let's do this at the top of the show because sometimes we get off on points,
yes.
Other points, like
points, like those points.
Tonight we're looking at two films, Super 8 Day.
Super 8. We know a lot about that.
We do. We'll get into that later. And Judy Moody.
Who?
Judy Moody, which our co-host here is going to read. There she is. She's back.
She's back.
You haven't been here in a month, but yet it seems like you were here because we have these taped pieces of your dancing and holding tickets up. But we'd rather have you here live.
Oh, well, thank you. It's wonderful to be back.
Yes.
Always.
She's a trooper because she went to bed very late last night and yet got here on time.
Kind of on time,
Well, 5 minutes.
Yeah, within a reasonable
5-10
amount.
minutes. It's okay. We're going to bed at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, Ed, those days for us are long gone. Well, not for you, actually.
Well, I'm up to those hours, but I'm not
You're
out.
just not out.
No, I'm up.
Dancing.
Were you out dancing?
Of course. Always dancing. I'm always dancing.
Oh, where's the video of that, Ed? We should get
that.
There you go.
I haven't been out dancing since Cahoots closed.
Cahoots?
Do you remember Cahoots?
Jeez, Cahoots.
And Fantasies. Where do you go out to dance now? There's no place around, is there?
No, well, it was a house party, so the guy had it was kind of like the rave scene. He had the black lights and all the flashing lights, and it was dark, and so he had that going for him. But I guess Albany's not really known for their dancing club scene. I guess.
Oh, was it?
Maybe Pearl Street, but I really don't go there. So.
Was there any of that ecstasy at the party?
No, actually.
That's big at the rave scenes. I heard, Dave.
I do not promote drug use, Ed.
No, we don't. That's one of the better ones.
What? That's one of the better ones.
You would know.
You get touchy
really?
and loving.
You get touchy and loving.
Yeah, you don't get
I should
overdose.
I'll have to throw that at my girlfriend then.
Okay. So what else you been up to, Lelac? You haven't been here in a while.
Just hanging out.
Hanging out.
No school. Yeah, school's done. Been doing a lot of my boxing still. Tell me about it. Just hanging out, having fun. Finally, trying to soak up some rays with the sun. Missed it. So it's probably about it.
Do you have to take a summer class still?
No.
You're not taking a summer class?
No, I'm supposed to find a production to go in to work in, but I don't know. All the auditions that were for the summer productions already happened in the spring, so I'm kind of missing out already.
Does this qualify as a production?
Well, my school, I told you, my advisor said I could actually, if I stay with this long enough, I could actually use this for credit.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, well, the show's paying off, Ed.
Yeah.
Finally.
Paying off for somebody.
After 40 years, the show's paying off. 40 years, and someone can get credit.
I'm very happy.
Are you?
How long is the professor say you have to stay with this to qualify for a credit? Because we must have 5,000 credits by now.
We got our
a few more months, I think. Probably a few more months. Yeah, we probably have to check it out, watch some. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can put a highlight reel together for your.
We have a PhD, Ed.
Now, speaking of your school, you posted a picture up.
For what?
Where was that picture? Was that in a brochure?
Yes, it's for their brochure for they had a magazine, and it's one of their it's for the transfer students. But I did that. They have a new building in Saratoga. They redid last spring, and they went through and looked at all the student cards, and they picked a few to go and do pictures with a photographer at the new building. So they picked me, and I did a few photo shoots with them, and so they ended up picked one of my
Lelac
photos.
sent a
so.
print ad in the college
Legit.
magazine. Yeah. I want some of those. Can you get us some?
I think so. I think they're all over
Are
the
they?
Empire State. So
Okay.
I saw it and I'm like, what is this? I had friends that are like, did you know you have like brochures all over, like it's at ACC, especially at around community college. Like, did you know you have like pictures everywhere? I'm like, what? And I'm like, no. And they're like, yeah. So I went to the Empire State here in Latham and asked one of my teachers, like, do we have like one of those books? Apparently I'm in like pictures. She's like, I thought that was you. So I was like, oh. So yeah.
What are you gonna do with the pictures, Ed?
I'll just keep them down here for the archives.
Archives?
Put it right next to Bill, the other one that
Oh,
made
that's
it big. Yeah.
So when I turn 70, we could look back and say, she once got credit for doing the show.
Ask how many credits would you get for appearing on here?
Probably 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an advanced level.
I'm suddenly
credits.
I'm suddenly proud to be on the show.
I've always been proud to be
have
here,
you?
entertaining the area, Dave.
Okay.
And right about now, we should know whether we were voted and we knocked Price Chopper out of that Times Union quiz.
that's right.
That should be coming out right about now.
Oh, that's exciting
We'll
news.
cover that next time. Let's cover movies now, though,
Let's
Dave.
cover them, Ed. Cover them.
Our first film is the Judy Moody, I believe.
Judy Moody. Who's got Judy Moody?
Oh, Judy Moody and the Not Bummer Summer. Starring Jordana Betty, Heather Graham, and Paris Mosteller. This film chronicles Judy Moody's adventure in which she sets out to have the most thrilling summer of her life with the help of her little brother Stink and fun-loving Aunt Opal. Rated PG for some mild rude humor and language.
I guess they saw that other kid movie that was based on the books become popular.
Not Nanny McPhee or...
Diary of a
Diary
Wimpy,
of a Wimpy
Kid,
Kid.
and now we're going to produce every kid series.
Good thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know, Ed. Am I just getting too old for these films? Is this a
Oh,
film?
this one.
Is this a film for Lights, Camera, Jackson, Ed?
I think it is. I think he might handle this one. Although we handled Boogie Nights, so we'd rather see Heather Graham
Yes.
skating around topless.
Yes. I do remember. I do remember that film. And what's her name? And Julianne Moore showing her goods in that
Yes.
film as well. Those are my kind of films, Ed.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good film.
It was a good film.
besides the-
Oh dear. You can't do that.
Looks like that was an icy, not real vomit, which
Yeah.
would be flying out.
Well, it still came out of a mouth, which is, unpleasant.
For a kid's film, though, he had a popsicle or something. That wasn't chunks of hamburger or anything coming out.
Or a hot dog.
He wasn't up last night doing crazy things till 5 o'clock in the morning.
God. Are we going to expect some green things coming this way?
Oh boy. Turn to your right. All right, this clip's going on too long.
2.5 minutes.
Come on, why?
That's what the clips. We only have 2 films tonight.
We do?
So we have to watch this whole
Oh,
thing.
so you don't
baby.
have one to do?
I don't have one.
And he's the lead of the show. He gets to make the decisions.
Do what he wants. Like,
Passing them on to everyone else. Oh, look at the fireworks, Ed, right in front of their house. Isn't that some kind of a fire hazard? Producer's brother, wouldn't he know that?
There goes that car.
No.
All right, well, it's good for the kids. You need films for the kids out there.
All right, you say so.
Here's the one we're looking forward to. As we used to work in Super 8 long before video,
Oh,
Dave.
so expensive, wasn't it, Ed?
It was very expensive. I see the boxes in the clip here. The yellow Kodak boxes you'd have to buy. It was like $10 for 4 minutes of film.
God forbid you made a mistake, because then we had to cut it and splice it and edit it. And it would cost us more money to go out and buy another roll. And we were poor then.
We were.
All right.
You
So
couldn't even tell what you were doing until the film came back in the mail or at Kmart, or wherever you dropped it off.
True.
Not like today, these
Or
kids with their videos.
The old leech mirror.
Right.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, let's look at Super 8.